Okay, so I decided to show the live trading first. There won't be any commentary until after the live trading of this chart. You'll see all these trades unfold as the market unfolded. This is sim. This is not a live account, but it is live sim. So you'll get to see how it trades. And then I have my commentary afterwards. Okay, I turned it on longs only because it looks like it's going to make a higher low here, and I think the market wants to go higher. So that's why I turned it on longs only. So let's see if that plays out okay. Down a little bit on the 76 tick because I had it both directions, but let's see what happens here. Note how the OneupTrader trails the stop so tightly. So 354 in the micros is pretty nice. You could call it a day if you're a small account trader. You can see the difference between the tick size. The 50 tick gets in the trade so much earlier. Unfortunately, it didn't get filled on the 76. This is a great trade right here. 500 bucks in the micro. It's a good day. Here's the 5-minute chart. Here's why I went long only. This is the, I think it's the VWAP. And you've got higher lows here. Bottom. So I think this may want to come back up and test the top. Might get a little noise in here. Didn't get filled. Okay, I think that's enough. Almost $600 in the micros. And here is the settings for this setup here. It's a 3-line break setup, 3 line breaks, but the chart is actually 4 line breaks, a 50 tick 4 line break chart. And the trade management is just a limit minus a tick. So I'm trading 8 contracts. That's 80% of the value of 1 contract. So it's $4 a tick. First target is 20, second is 30. And then at 25 ticks, I'm trailing at 90% of the profit at 35 by bars. This gives it a little room. I think this could be improved, perhaps this first setting. But in any case,
it's trading really well. So 597 on the MNQ.
Hello everyone, today is Friday, February 26th, and I have a video I want to share today. So I don't do as much live trading videos as Trader Jim. I will have some from time to time, but I do run a lot of trading ideas and simulation, and I also trade the OneupTrader and trading live manually. I just I find it difficult to focus and make a video for my style of trading unless I'm trading fully automated, and then I can run the video. But I'm on the verge of qualifying for another Leeloo account. I've blown up a bunch of accounts. I'm not ashamed to admit it. It's certainly better than losing your own money. Let's just talk about this for a second. The case to be made for paying $150 a month or less and trading an account to hone your skills rather than losing your own money. All the times I've reset Leeloo accounts, this will be my 4th qualification, but if I reset an account 20 times and I paid, you know, 150 bucks a month for 6 months, and I paid, you know, 75 reset fee 20 times, then maybe I still might have spent a couple $1,000. But if that was my own money and I blew up that many times, I would have lost $25,000 or $30,000. So the case for trading in this kind of account, the reason it's worth the money is because if I'm just trading in regular sim off the dome, I could just keep averaging down and buying contracts and wait for the market to bounce, and then I'm break even. But when you're trading in an account like Leeloo or OneupTrader, because you're paying the monthly fee and because you're being evaluated and eventually rewarded with an account that you can actually make real money on, makes you trade like it's your own money. There's nothing that comes closer, and it's a far better value. I'm starting to realize the power of the micros with the ability to scale out of positions. I've been showing this 50-tick line break chart for quite a while. This is the end result here. I have a live recording of these trades going off, and that's going to follow this video. But back to my Leeloo account for a second here. So this was on the 23rd, and on the 23rd we had this huge volatility. This is the 24th, and I think this is the 23rd here. All right, so this day here is the 23rd, and this was this huge volatility. And on this day, I had a $2,100 profit in my Leeloo account, and the way I did it is I bought near the low of the day, and I had several trades that were in this trend. So this was quite a move. That said, the market, the NASDAQ, has been trading at, on this day it was 150% of the range, and then the next day it traded, no, today it was 150% of the range. On this day it was 2,300 ticks, that was 200% of the range, and the following day was, well, this is 1,500 ticks, so that's about 150% of the range, and then today, actually this is, yesterday was 2591, so that's the overnight session and the day session. So that was a huge range, and then today finally was 1721, so nearly 200% of the average range. This is our fib grid indicator. The market today came to the low of the value area, but anyway, that's how I had this big day, and so these subsequent days, these are both $500 or $600 profit, and then today is about 200. So what it's showing here is I've already hit my goal, but after commissions, I'm just under 3,000. I just have a couple $100 to go. So there's no doubt I'm going to qualify for another Funded Leeloo account, and what I've learned from all this is I need to not be so aggressive once I qualify for the account. If you make even $200 a day trading the micros, that's an extra $1,000 a week of income. And if you made $500 a day on average, that's an extra $2,000, $2,500 a week, or $10,000 a month. So if you don't have a large account, to make between $200 and $300 or $400 or $500 a day is a huge addition to your income and a great way to hone your skills. Looking at my stats here, I got some pretty good numbers. 65% profitable. While the average trade doesn't seem like much, remember when you're trading the micros, that really drags these numbers down. But anyway, my largest losing trade is 500, and largest winner was 550. And so on. So all in all, this is pretty good. My profit factor is 1.68, respectable, and 65% win rate is pretty solid. Anyway, trading automated with the micros, this line break chart is very, very fast. And so these trades, once again, again, why I get up and it's 12:30, 1 o'clock in the market. And so I turn this on, and if you see here, when I turned this on, it was 12:40. And looking at our 5-minute chart, 12:40 today was right about, well, this was 11:30, and 12:40 was actually right about here. So even not even in a trend, but just the range between these couple of bars is where this profit was made. Trading took place between 12:40 and was finished by 12:52. So again, on the 5-minute chart, let's look at a smaller chart so we can see a little bit more swings here. So a 2-minute chart might show this action a little bit better. So here is 12:40. So just between the swings here, I traded both long and short. There was a couple of short trades, and then I had it on short only, and then I switched to long only. And so it had a couple of short winners and then several long winners. The equity curve is pretty good. So 597 in the micro NASDAQ is a pretty good profit. The money management on this, I think I showed this in a previous video, but it's a total of 8 contracts, 2 off at 20 ticks, 3 off at 30 ticks, and then 3 as a runner. And you can see how nicely these scale outs were. And this is trading so fast that there's just no way you could trade this manually. Okay, I've also shown the 76 tick line break. This was traded fully automated, and I had it running starting at 10 a.m. and it was long only. So in spite of the action at 10 a.m., which looked like this on a 2-minute chart, I guess most of it was made on these spikes here. I think I had this, yeah, I was trading long only, so in fairly short order, 20 minutes or so, it hit its goal of 1,500. So just a reminder, the way the trades line up on a line break chart is a little screwy. So this short is actually probably, from, it might be this right here or this. So it's just a little screwy the way it plots. Here's an excellent example of the open range filter on the Heikin-Ashi chart, and the start time on this is 9:34, 4 minutes after the open. So sometimes, actually, probably would have hit its goal here. I don't think it would have got sucked into a short here, but it wasn't a whole lot of distance for $500. This is trading 2 contracts. So there was, so yeah, 2 contracts with a goal of 80 and 100 ticks, and that equals $900. So both targets were hit on this burst above the open range. Okay, so this is the E-mini S&P, and this was turned on around noon. I was up early today, and I turned it on right when I got to my computer, and this is kind of what I saw. I saw this kind of resistance here, it's kind of support, and so I turned it on long only. And so when trading the AutoTrader, having some idea of market direction and choosing long only or short only can be to your great advantage. So it did take a loser and draw down, but it did eventually catch this trend up and hit its goal of 900. I want to make more videos about how to read the trend of the market, have an idea where the market's going. Trader Jim was so good at it, but there is ways to do it. Let's take a look at the daily chart here. What we see is a decline in the NASDAQ, but notice I just drew a Fibonacci grid from the recent low swing to the high, and notice all these hits on a 38% retracement from the high. And so I drew a trend line here, and then another trend line here at the 50% retracement, because if the market falls further, it's undoubtedly going to find support in this 12,500 level or so, all the way down to 12,450. 12,500, 12,450 will undoubtedly be key areas of support if the market continues to decline. I suspected short covering today, and we did get some of that, but then the market closed not so weak. This is a 200, a 50, and a 20 period moving average, and note in the trend this first pullback to here. So if there's a further correction, then I would expect the market to want to come to the 61% and then down here to the 200-day moving average if we continue to sell off. I don't know if it'll go that far, but certainly the analysis from the top down can be useful. Okay, I also wanted to show the 1-minute line break, which traded today automated off the open, and it hit its goal of $1,000 on 2 trades. It caught both this long and this short, and this was traded fully automated with a $1,000 target and a $500 stop loss. So nice going on the line break chart. For those of you that are not familiar with line break, Google it for a definition. I'll talk more about it, but it's quite effective with the AutoTrader, and it can trade in many different time frames. You've seen Trader Jim use it quite effectively. The beauty of it is the clarity of the trend. Now, it takes some getting used to, because you don't see, there's no tails on line break bars. It just shows the pure trend without the retracements, but indeed there are retracements. But it's clear to see support and resistance on these charts. To get a finer look, you might want to go to a 15 or 30 minute, but a line break chart can be very, very effective in trading, and the AutoTrader loves it. Okay, that's it for today's video. After this commentary is the live portion where I showed the micro NASDAQ trading the 50 tick line break.